Hi everyone, thank you for joining the Daisy Dance Group. I'm so excited to dance with y'all during Chinavision and I can't wait to get started. So here's the tutorial video. So it's going to go over the dance moves. So the structure is going to be like, I'm going to go over a section of the dance moves and then just go over it with the dance itself and you'll see how that goes. And so if you do have any questions, feel free to text the group me or message me. Or also feel free to take breaks and also rewind the video if I'm going a little fast for you. So don't worry, we'll be covering the video here and also going over it in depth during the in-person practices, but we'll just want to make sure that everyone has sort of a foundation so that they know the dance going into the practices and will be able to focus on formations. Yes. So I'm just going to get started, and just for an FYI, this is mirrored, so that means that if I'm using this hand and moving this is also your left hand, so don't worry about that. Alright, so let's get started, and I'm super excited to dance with you all in person, yay! So to go into the first dance move of the dance, first we're going to use our left hand, and we're going to almost reach up and have our fist in here as if we're holding some bar or something. And we're going to put our, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you're going to pull. And once you pull, you'll also sort of raise your left leg. And you're going to pull down a little bit, sort of like the flexing pose. And then you're going to move your body a little bit to the right as if you're pulling. So pull. And then you're going to bring this arm down after pulling and pull again, almost like you're pulling in a circle, and your chest is going to move from the right to the left. So pull, lean to the right, and then pull, lean, and your chest is going to do a circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do that 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after that, you're going to move your hands out with your left hand on top and your hands open, and you're going to open and close in your hip areas. Open into your hip area. Open and pull to your hip area in a fist, and your legs will be almost lunging. So, but instead of lunging, your weight is going to be put onto your left leg with your right leg having sort of a tiptoe and bent, so like this. So right leg is less weight and then bent, and then you're going to switch to your left leg with less weight. So pull, over, out, in. So out, your right leg is going to be the one up, and then you're going to pull in, and you're going to switch that with your left leg. So out, in. So feel free to just rewind this video, but I'm going to get started and show you how it goes with the music, and so let's do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pull. Okay. So pull, you don't want to see me bratty. Wait a second. That's it. Okay. So this goes on bratty. You don't want, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull, you don't want to see me bratty. So this is going to go out on bra and then T. Alright, so bratty. And then after that, you're going to step with your right foot and then almost do like a breaststroke when you're swimming. So bratty, pet the kitty, call me catty, roar. So there's going to be a roar sound. I'm not saying roar, but just to give you the idea. So bratty, and then pet the kitty. So just a breaststroke, doesn't matter which arm is front, and your right leg is going to be stepping on, almost stomping the floor. So pet the kitty, call me catty, roar. So pet the kitty, call me catty. Once you have the E in catty, you're going to sort of have your arms behind your back, and then roar. Your right leg will sort of be bent, and then your right arm is going to be on the leg down to the knee, and it's going to sort of be like attitude do what you feel comfortable with, but you're going to sort of press your shoulder in and roar. So roar, you'll go roar, and then sort of slowly come up. And then you're going to do right, left. So roar, and there's a beat, beat. And so, all right, so 5, 6, 7, 8, then da 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 bratty, pet the kitty, call me catty, roar, make your man call me daddy. All right, so there's gonna be a beat. Beat, it's a little bit hard to match with the words because it's in the middle, but don't worry, we'll show it with the music. So make your man call me daddy. So make, and then dad. Make your man call me daddy. And then this part is pretty fast, so don't worry if you have to rewind it. It took me a couple days, even though I and Zari choreographed it. So it's gonna be, he talk too much, he's too chatty, cool. So for that, so it's gonna be right, left, he. So your left leg is going to bend a little bit in a lunge with the weight on it, but just for a quick second because this routine is a little fast. So first you're going to almost do the whoa, but this is not the whoa. So it's going to be parallel with each other. The left arm is bent. So you're going to punch in, punch. So he, talk. And once you say talk, your arms are going to level out, straight. And it's going to be elbows in, he, talk, 2. And then with 2, your right hand is going to be on top with your right arm on top, and your hands are going to be out in open. So these are fists, he, talk, too much. And too much, you're just going to raise your hands up. The fists are going to be the same. It almost blocks your face, so he, talk, too much. And then with this is a little bit difficult, but really what it is your right hand is going to switch and come on top. So switch and come on top into the front. So your right arm was in the back, now switch it on top. So he talk too much, he's too chatty. And so at the end of chatty, it should be blocking your eyes. Blocking your eyes. And then that's the end of the verse, and there's going to be a little word that says cool. So once they say cool, you're going to sort of move your arms like this, like you're digging to the ground, cool. And you're going to also sort of do a semicircle with your legs. We're going to go down to the left side. So cool. All right, so from the top, let's see. So I'm just going to go all the moves from the top since I'll just show where we covered, and you can just catch up with me as where you feel comfortable. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, Bratty, pet the kitty, call me catty, roar, make your man call me daddy. He talk too much, he's too chatty, cool. All right, let's do that with the music because it is a little confusing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You don't want to see me bratty. Pet the kitty, call me catty. Make your man call me daddy. He talk too much, he's too chatty.
Okay, so if you want to rewind that and just replay that, it's all good with you, and just make sure to keep water breaks and keep hydrated. So cool, and then you're going to raise your left leg up. So after cool, raise your left leg, and you're going to go out, and your arms are sort of just going to go down, touch your left thigh, and sort of follow it to the knee. So cool. CEO, I'm savvy, pop. So CEO, so cool, CEO, I'm savvy. So savvy is where you're going to open your hands out like a star and then back to your chest and pop. So there's going to be a beat, but you can follow it with me. There's no words with that. So savvy, pop, and then it's going to, after the pop, so savvy, pop, respect the B. So the B word, but I'm just going to say that. And so for this, after popping with your chest, try to make it noticeable. If not, that's okay. Just try your best. And so after pop, you're going to put your hands sort of just where it was in a line. And once it's in that sort of vertical line, your hands are out like a flat piece of paper. And then you're going to raise it up. And so once you raise it up, it's going to be like a wave. And don't worry if it's not perfect. Mine's not perfect either. So it's going to be a wave that starts with your right arm and then goes to the left. So wave, and then I'm just doing this out straight for you all. So wave, and then you're going to, after the wave, put your hand in a fist and elbow out to the right side. So let's put that in perspective with the legs as well. So CEO, I'm savvy. Pop, respect-a-bee, I'm a maverick. So it's going to be your right leg is going to move parallel with your left leg, and you're going to be sort of standing straight 90 degrees. And so it's going to move. And then when you do the elbow thrust, you're also having a hip thrust as well. And so just try to make your hip sort of go up, like there's a string pulling it. And so it's sort of imagine your hip raising, and just try your best. If you're having trouble, don't worry about it, and we'll figure it out later, but just go with the flow. So after this, CEO, I'm savvy. Pop, respect-a-bee, I'm a maverick. So respect-a-bee, and then you're gonna, at B, you stand here, and then maverick, you pop at ma, and then come back at frick. So pop, pop. All right, respect-a-bee, I'm a maverick. And then we're almost at the end of this verse. And your right leg is sort of can be a little bit bent, so it's easier to pop your hip out. So maverick, flexible, so elastic. So at that point, we're getting into formations. So don't worry about the leg movement for flexible, for so elastic, because we'll just be walking. So it's sort of to show you guys front ways. It's going to go. Here, I'm just going to bend down so you can see my arms, but you're not going to be bent down. So your arms are going to go up. So maverick, flexible, and you're just going to go up. So elastic. So flexible behind your head, so elastic. And when you say that, it's just going to go flat. So flexible, so elastic. So come on. So respect-a-bee, I'm a maverick. Flexible, so elastic. So flexible, so elastic. So at so, you're starting to move horizontally. All right, so that was a lot covered. Let's just run that from the top, and if you want to rewind, go ahead. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You don't wanna see me bratty. Pet the kitty, call me catty. Make your man call me daddy. He talk too much, he's too chatty. CEO, I'm savvy. Respect the bitch, I'm a maverick. Flexible, so elastic, but don't you dare bend the bitch backwards.
All right, so you guys are doing great, and make sure to get water breaks. So after flexible, so elastic, but don't dare bend a bee backwards. So that's just going to be like the lyrics say. You're just going to, after here, we're all going to be in a sort of a line, and you're going to take your right leg out and sort of stomp it behind you. And so you're looking 90 degrees, and then you're going to, so after this, you're going to drop your arms as you put your right leg back, and your right hand is going to come front. Right, the left hand is just sort of like laying there. And you're going to do a semicircle around you, and make sure self-preservation is the most important. Don't break your back if it hurts or anything, so just go as low or as high as you want to. So it's going to go out, and then you're going to bend a little bit. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So flexible, so elastic. Don't bend a bee, bend me backwards, or something like that. So it's going to be like 4 counts to do that. And then after the 4 counts of bending backwards, you're going to drop your hands and go to your next formation. And so that gives us about 8 counts to just walk. So you're just going to see me walking in a line, but don't worry about that. That's just time to get ourselves to a line, because that's where we're going to be next. Alright, hi everyone, sorry to have another cut of the video, but my storage sort of ran out, but we should be set. Alright, so I was just talking about this leaning portion, but don't bend to be backwards, and then we're going to have 4 counts, 2 4 counts actually, where we're just going to be walking into formation, and so after this, don't worry about the foot or whatever the movement, we're just going to be walking to formations, and then it's going to be this routine of 8 counts, and so it's going to have this leg movement. That is a little bit confusing, but once you guys get it down, it'll be set. And so I'm just going to go over it. So you're going to put your weight on your right leg and sort of drop it, and then have your left leg move up a little bit. So almost like raising your left leg. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And then for the hands, you're going to put them in a fist first and sort of put them perpendicular and then down. So 1, 2, 3, and then for 3, 4, you're just, first you're hitting like a table, and then you're tossing, almost tossing something perpendicular just on the table. And then you're going to put your hands in a fist still and sort of raise a bar down next to your body. And then after that, you're going to raise your hands up and sort of grab and put it in sort of flat and then down. So to tie it in with the legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And then you guys can rewind the video if you want to go over some more, because that's what I usually do to make sure we can get some repetitions down and make sure my body sort of remembers it. So after the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm going to sort of raise my hands up. So this is raising your hands up together in the middle of the body. So raise your hands up, and as you raise your hands up, you also look up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So raise your hands up, down. So it's going to be like 1 F a princess, I'm a king. So because there's like a 1 count before, it's going to start 1 F a princess, I'm a king. And then I'm just going to tie that in actually, because we did cover a lot of things in that, so I'm just going to bring it from the beginning and show you all a little bit of this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You don't wanna see me bratty. Pet the kitty, call me caddy. Make your man call me daddy. He talk too much, he's too chatty. CEO, I'm savvy. Respect the bitch, I'm a maverick. Flexible, so elastic, but don't you dare bend the bitch backwards.
2, 3, 4, just walking.
Got out and kiss on my ring. Being a bitch is my kink. What the fuck else do you think? Fuck a princess, I'm a king. Got out and kiss on my ring. It's gonna hurt you to sing.
Alright, so that's a little bit of a preview. So after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, ever princess, I'm a king. And then bow down and kiss on my ring is going to be the next verse. And so you're going to use your right hand and just keep your left hand there. So it's going to put your right hand towards your mouth and then just do a semicircle around your head, semicircle around your head, and your hand's going to be like this. So bow down and kiss on my ring. So this is going to be a kiss. Your hand should be here by kiss. So 1 F a princess, I'm a king. Bow down and kiss on my ring. So during ring, this hand will sort of be going down like this, and this other hand, it's almost like yin yang opposites. This hand is going to be going up like that. So bow down and kiss on my ring. And then after that, you're sort of going to balance each other out with the arms sort of semi in the same position. So bow down and kiss on my ring. And this part is pretty fast, so don't worry if you need to rewind. It's going to hurt, it'll sting, spitting out blood on the sink. So after this, you're going to move your right hand to your left hip. So it's going to hurt, it'll sting. So it's going to go, it's going to hurt, so left, right. And then both of your hands will go to the left side, and your left arm is going to be stagnant, and your right hand is just sort of clawing it, but don't do that. Self-preservation. So clawing it, sort of scratching it. So It's going to hurt, it'll sting, spitting out blood in the sink. So with the spitting out blood in the sink, you're going to put your hand in a fist, open, and then fist, and it's gonna sting, spitting out blood in the sink. So you're gonna raise your hand up. So it's going to hurt, it'll sting, spitting out blood in the sink. And then I'm crazy is going to be the next move. It'll sting, I'm crazy, and we got it to the chorus, woohoo! So spitting out blood, it'll sting, I'm spitting out blood, it'll sting. Oh, no, sorry. It's going to hurt, it'll sting, spitting out blood in the sink. I'm crazy. So once they say I'm crazy, we're going to use our right hand. No, this is our left hand, my bad. Our left hand, and just sort of clawing this way, just like what we did before. And we're going to move our body that way, to the left. So claw down, and move our body down, like the semicircle that we did before. So it's going to hurt, it'll sting, spitting out blood in the sink. I'm crazy, but you like that. Okay, this is my favorite part of the dance. Maybe not the favorite. There's another one coming up, but it'll say, I'm crazy, so I'm crazy, but you like that. So with like that, you're going to put your hand on the center of your chest and pull a little bit like your chest is going up in a lunge to the right side, and then switch to the left side. So I'm crazy, but you like that. And you're squatting, and then after like that, hands together, like a fist bump, and then you're going to be lunging. It might sting, but that's okay, we're getting stronger, guys. And then you're going to pull like you're revving with your right arm. So I'm crazy, but you like that. Tick, tick. There's going to be like a tick sound in the song. So with this, you're going to tick, tick. Your right leg will go in, out, in, out. It will be pretty fast, so don't worry. The muscle memory will kick in at some point, so I'm crazy, but you like that. Tick, tick, bite, back. So with bite, you're going to pop your chest, and then, so it's bite, back. So you're just sort of doing the squatting, but like lunge. Anyway, so pop, so it's like tick, tick. You put your hands to your chest, you pop up with your chest, sort of like popping with you like open your back. So pop, and then you bring your arms here and you hit, which means like it's almost like you're hitting something here. It's like bends. So pop, pop, and you're going to a little bit to the right, pop. So bite, back, and then you're going to go this way again, but instead of going the down ways that we usually go, we're going to sort of press out like that. So I'm crazy, but you like that. Pop, pop, bite, back. All right, so we did cover a lot. I'm just going to play this from the beginning, so let's do this. 5, 6, 7, 8.
You don't wanna see me ratty. Pet the kitty, call me caddy. Make your man call me daddy. He talk too much, he's too chatty. CEO, I'm savvy. Respect the bitch, I'm a maverick. Flexible, so elastic, but don't need that band of bitch backwards. Fuck a princess, I'm a king. But I ain't got some ring. Being a bitch is my kink. What the fuck else do you think? Fuck a princess, I'm a king. But I ain't got some ring. It's gonna hurt to sing. Spitting your blood in the sink. I'm crazy, but you like that. I'll bite back. Dances on your nightstand.
Okay, so that's it. I think at one point I might have used 2 hands, but that's okay. You will be able to see like the full video of it later because I'll send that out, so don't worry. But yeah, so I'm crazy, but you like that. Da da, bite back. What's the word? Da 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 da.
I'll bite back. Dances on your nightstand.
Okay, daisies on your nightstand. So I bite back, daisies on your nightstand. So you're gonna sort of press out to the left side, the right side this time, daisies, and you're gonna lunge on your right legs daisies on your nightstand. So you're gonna press this in and press this in. So press, press, so bite back daisies on your nightstand, pop, pop. So it's gonna be right, right. Nightstand, and your hands are gonna be flat, pop, pop. And it's gonna be sort of like a box, rectangle. So daisies on your nightstand, pop, pop, never forget. So for the never forget, it's just gonna be sort of like the words. You're gonna put your hands here, like you're forgetting the dance moves, which you'll never forget. So then the words never forget, you're going to sort of do this into the next formation. We're almost done, guys, almost done. So daisies on your nightstand, pop, pop, never forget. I blossom in the moonlight. So for this song, never forget I blossom. So everyone might be differently. They might be going this way, but for now, we'll just show them this way. So I blossom, and your hands are sort of going to be out, but like you're holding, I don't know, like a ball or something. I blossom in the moonlight. So for moonlight, you're just going to go in a circle, hand circle. In the center, I blossom in the moonlight, pop, pop. So there's going to be a beat, pop, pop. So I blossom in the moonlight, pop, pop. So when you hear the pops, you're going to close your hands immediately, and you'll see that in the music. So I blossom in the moonlight, pop, pop. I think it's screw eyes. And so you're going to be swoop, swoop. So blossom in the moonlight, pop, pop, left, right. So it's going to be a left, right, just like you're swaying. Left, right, 1, 2, 3. So you're going to sort of do a wave in to your left side. And then after that, you're going to sort of do a wave 1, 2 to your right side. And then I'm just going to finish this up. It's going to be a little confusing, but we're just going to do that with the music, and it'll make a lot more sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your right hand goes up, and your left hand goes to sort of reach for something, and you just go down. All right, so we finished the dance. I'm just going to run that. Sounds a lot confusing right now, but you guys got this. All right, so let's run it for this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You don't wanna see me bratty. Pet the kitty, call me caddy. Make your man call me daddy. He talk too much, he's too chatty. CEO, I'm savvy. Respect the bitch, I'm a maverick. Flexible, so elastic, but don't eat that band of bitch backwards. Fuck a princess, I'm a king. Got out and kiss on my ring. Being a bitch is my kink. What the fuck else do you think? Fuck a princess, I'm a king. Got out and kiss on my ring. It's gonna hurt, it'll sting. Spitting your blood in the sink. I'm crazy, but you like that. I'll bite back. Daisies on your nightstand. Never forget I blossom in the moonlight. Screw eyes, flash with the blue eyes. I'm terrified.
All right, and that's the full dance. So thank you so much for learning it with me. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And I can't wait to see you all in person and dance this in person with you guys. So thank you so much for learning.